Welcome to the latest update from Positive Continent News. As always, I'm the host, Alima. Thank you for joining. Be sure that you like, share, subscribe, and smash that notification bell. And always tune into my description box. I have sources to my stories there. I have my other links to my other channel, my daughter's channel, my DJ mixes, which I'm starting to incorporate in the background of the video. So more than likely that'll be the very low background music. And let's get started for today's updates. To donate or help me enhance this channel, my PayPal is connected. My email, if you want to collaborate, etc., is also there. So Zambia has recently, you can say, enacted a policy that was originally brought up or first introduced in 2015 called Mother's Day. So this really came into effect April of this past month, 2025. It is the first country on the continent to have a policy that gives female workers menstrual leave. Though it's just one day, it is a start, and it has reignited conversations about women's menstrual/reproductive health that are working. Of course, there are opposing views to this. Some people don't think it's necessary, including people who identify as biological women. You know, there's always going to be people that hurt the growth of certain things, but I do think it's a good thing. Hopefully this can, equal up to 3 to 5 days, since the pains usually don't go away in one day. But this is the first country on the continent to make a policy such as this and enforce it. And many countries globally have been slowly introducing similar policies. But I want to shout out Zambia for at least starting this policy, and we hope to see more days added, because if you are a biological woman, you might know the pains and ills sometimes of having a menstrual cycle. All right, the Ugandans will be very proud globally after I share this story about Emmanuel Kiyanga, who is a 28-year-old pharmacist that successfully developed a postmenopausal breast cancer treatment drug called Raloxifene hydrochloride sulfate hydrate. And it slows tumor growth and works better for postmenopausal women who have changes in their hormones. Okay, so he attended Sefako Makgotha Health Sciences University, otherwise known as SMU, in Gauteng, South Africa. And he is the overall winner of 100,000 rand, which is the South African currency, which converts to $5,225. And he won the title of Studentpreneur 2024 at the Entrepreneurship Development in Higher Education EDHE InterVarsity program. EDHE basically is what the acronym is. And he was quoting and saying, "I hate death and I want to save our people." He is a part of the growing list of young people, specifically from the continent, but from the continent overall, making strides on the continent to contribute to better health outcomes and treatments, and just breakthroughs in health in general for the global public. So shout outs the Ugandans once again. I know you're proud of your son. So since we're close to May, I want to do my Independence Day shout outs. Yes, I'm fully aware that this is just Independence Day written on paper. There's a lot of work to be done, but I still want to shout them out. So May 24th, originally May 24th, 1993 is the Independence Day of Eritrea from Ethiopia. This is mainly involved in ethnic conflict, as the condition right now in Ethiopia too, with the ethnic war going on. I wish you all peace. You guys are similar ethnic groups and people, basically the same people, just separated. And I wish peace in that region. No more war. You both need each other. Okay, if you're looking at the map, I'm not going to go into detail, but shout outs, happy Independence Day to the Eritreans out there. Shout yourself out in the comments. Also, to add to the Independence Day shout outs is South Africa, May 31st, 1990 from Great Britain. Like I said, it's an Independence Day written on paper. There's a lot of work that took them to get to where they currently are. There's still a lot of work to be done, but shout outs once again to Eritrea and South Africa with their Independence Days in May. Shout them out, y'all. Show them some love in the comments. So Rwanda commemorated their 1994 genocide on April 13th of 2025. So the 1994 is when the genocide happened, and they've named the week between April 7th and April 15th as the official week to commemorate this massacre. So what happens is that 1 million Tutsi lives were taken. And I also want to mention that Hutu lives were taken as well as other people. Anyone who were protecting the Tutsi were pretty much killed. Shout out to les Gabonese out there, the people from Gabon. On April 6th of 2025, I believe I have the correct dates. If I don't, I will correct it. They elected a new president with 90% of the vote. He's a former military leader by the name of Brice Oligui Nguema. And his story starts in 2023 after the leader of the country, Mr. Ali Bongo, of 55 years, and his family had basically stated that he won a third term in the election, and hence a coup d'etat was started by Mr. Oligui. So in 2024, Ali Bongo announced that he had quit politics. And remember, in a previous episode, I talked about leaders specifically on the continent, who abuse their power and are in offices for decades, multiple decades, along with their families. Some of them instate their own family members in top ranking offices, even when they don't qualify. So I just want to, you see I'm outside with the elements and the bee just flew by my ear, but this is just to let you know that this is for real. I just want to shout out Les Gabonese because they're taking a step towards progress, and I'm praying and hoping that this new leader does what he needs to do and doesn't abuse any of the powers, the power that was mentioned above. So shout out to Les Gabonese again. There is a saying in one of my cultures, the Liberian one to be exact: while you minding my pocket, somebody else minding your own. Basically that means instead of worrying about my business, you need to tend to your affairs, because more than likely when you don't, something's going to blow up in your face. So I just wanted to share one of the parables of that culture.